Hey guys. Well, it's November now, okay? I just finished Halloween. Like, damn, this is going by fast. I don't know what's going on. Am I enjoying myself a little too much? I think I am, yeah. I think it's going fast because I'm enjoying myself a little too much. I gotta tone down a little bit. Tone down, okay? Tone down. So I decided to do something a little different today. This isn't gonna have to do with Thanksgiving. I'm not really gonna go Thanksgiving this month like I did. No, we're just gonna cut loose for a while and make my own list. Never my list of my top 10 favorite male movie characters, or my list of my 10 favorite female movie characters. And you never know one rule I have for those lists. I'm only including humans. Well, I decided for that reason to actually utilize that, and for this had this list of my favorite non-human movie characters. Now let's all just remember that this is all my personal opinion of favorite non-human movie characters I like. These are characters that aren't actual humans. They may look like humans, they may be played by humans, but aren't actually humans. So without further ado, I will get this list started, and you all can just sit down and waste your time with this. Come on, let's go. Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz. I know I wasn't really sure. I actually really wanted to put a character from The Wizard of Oz on this list. I kind of had that anticipated. And while the Tin Man was originally going to be lower on the list, I realized these non-human characters aren't V graded, so I just have them all the way at number 10. Like I said before, I really did want to put them on the list. I think that all the non-human characters in Wizard of Oz deserve some mention. And I decided to choose my favorite. It's a weird choice, but Tin Man's my favorite because, I don't know, he's made of tin. If you look at the design, you can clearly see how lazy it is. It was the 30s, though. We can at least appreciate what they did. Like, look at the hat, you'll realize it's not really a real hat. They just put stuff on him and painted it silver. It's cool. It follows along with the story very well, actually. I like the Tin Man the most because in the movie, we mostly settle on him, he needing a heart. Because he doesn't have one, yet he somehow is able to actually enjoy himself too much. Like, he doesn't say any crappy stuff. He says some crappy stuff, but not completely crappy. I gotta be honest, The Wizard of Oz is a pretty well written movie, and I have to admire the characters it was created. Like, it is based on a book, so that should be something to say for the book. But I've seen the movie too, and with the movie standards for the character to look, they look pretty well good, and I like it. I like how it's done. It's all nicely designed. It's actually in color because in the 30s mostly saw movies in black and white, but this time it's in color, so that's good. And we got a little something good, yeah, something we can all enjoy. Edward Scissorhands. This is actually going to be a tough choice because most people would say he is a human because he's played by a human. However, if you actually seen the movie, you will notice that he isn't an actual human. He is built as a human. And I have to be honest, that's a kind of interesting thing to have. If you see he has a bunch of scars on his face, jeez man, he looks messed up. He's emo looking, his wacky hair, his black suit. As for those know, he's actually played by Johnny Depp. This is actually the first Tim Burton / Johnny Depp movie, as Tim Burton and Johnny Depp have formed some more great projects in the future. Yeah, I gotta be honest, it's nice seeing Johnny Depp show himself off a little more. Because around the 80s, we didn't see him star that much. He was mostly in teen films. His first movie was A Nightmare on Elm Street. He was a victim of Freddy Krueger, and it's weird seeing someone go from being a Freddy Krueger victim to a guy with scissors for hands, kind of like the Wolverine had. But he actually is a pretty likable character. He doesn't really do anything wrong in this movie. Actually, though, I will admit, there are some things he did in this movie that I kind of am wondering why. Like, the fact that his hands are scissors just kind of means too much to everyone. And in the movie, it's like they only look at him for his hands. Like, it's like his hands are the person, not him. That's more their fault than his, but I feel like this character could have been treated a little bit better in the movie. I feel like the way he was treated wasn't that invested. I like the movie. It really did tell a story. I'm just saying that could have treated the character a little bit better. Just saying. Mufasa from The Lion King. The Lion King, this is another movie that I wanted to have character on this list because, yeah, like Wizard of Oz, it has some very unique non-human characters. Now, if all of them are on the list that were in that movie, my favorite would have to be Mufasa. He's like the father in the movie. He's voiced by James Earl Jones, which is honestly a really great thing to think about. He is like the one who kind of starts in the movie. You can see a little bit of him in the poster. In fact, when I see him, I mostly think he's like gonna be the main focus of the entire film. But if you have seen the movie, you'll know that he was killed right away. Like, they just killed him off in a very unexpected moment. That's pretty dark. Seeing the character get this kind of treatment, like, damn. I was hoping he'd get more to this movie, but no, they just killed him off. Like, wow. It's like the really perfect character, and just had to get killed. It's kind of weird. It's kind of interesting. I love the movie a lot. It's a childhood of mine. I'm just saying, that escalated really fast. I mean, anybody want to play that clip from Anchorman? The whole, the meme that escalated quickly. I want to play that, but I can't, so I don't know. I might put a link in the description, might not. Either way, this is an escalated movie, but still, it's a really fun character. It's sad to see him die like that, but I love when he was alive, he did mean a lot to this. There are some things he kind of could have done, but either way, it's nice seeing what he did do. WALL-E. Yeah, it's an interesting choice. WALL-E's a very random robot. I like WALL-E because he's the most different robot I've seen. Robots can be different, yes, but I just seem that WALL-E has a lot of qualities I normally don't see in robots. Like, he barely says anything, but we just feel so much emotion to it. That's just what makes it a great movie. WALL-E doesn't say much, but he does. But even though he doesn't talk a lot, we can still understand his feelings. It's kind of like Edward Scissorhands. He doesn't talk a lot either. They both have a very interesting premise to each other. They're both characters who seem to not say much, but yet have lots of drama we can think of. I like how WALL-E's used. He actually falls in love. It's strange seeing robots fall in love. I normally humans, yes, I don't know, something. But either way, I like the way WALL-E's developed. He's made to be a very charming robot. And of course, you gotta forget all the merch they sold from this movie. Like, there's a huge Lego set where you can build this robot. That's just how popular he is. You need to actually build a big model of him. I wish I had that model. One day I might get it, build it. I don't know why I don't have it now, but one day I should get it. It'd be fun to have, Be a pretty fun thing. Yeah. Buzz Lightyear. Now, if you know me, you know that Toy Story is a big childhood of mine. Not a lot of people would agree. Most people consider the best Pixar film to be something like Incredibles or Coco, but Toy Story is my favorite because I grew up with it more. It just gave more to me. I had more feeling with it. And I gotta be honest, this character really did mean a lot to the film. When I was young, actually, as a matter of fact, get this, when I was younger, I used to like to call this movie Buzz Lightyear just because of how much I like this character. I used to actually call it Buzz Lightyear because I loved this character so much. I did start calling it Toy Story, but still, it's a pretty interesting fact to have, just calling the movie Buzz Lightyear because you love the character so much. He's not the number one main character, but he is the best one to me. He has good humor in it at times. I love how most of the stuff, most of the times when he's funny, he mostly is referencing other space movies. Like, he makes references to films like A Space Odyssey, Star Wars, Star Trek. It's an interesting feature to see from him. I like that. I like how he's able to make reference to other great space movies. That just makes him a more fun character to watch. He's not the nicest character, but in my opinion, he is the funnest to see. In fact, Toy Story is so popular, I actually own a real Buzz Lightyear action figure. I would show it to you, but it's in the storage closet. Mom wants me to give it to my kids. I don't know, but anyway, I can still enjoy it. I mean, even when I do give it to my kids, I'm just gonna play with it more too. That's how much I love it. The Terminator. Now, this is another non-human character that most people would mistake to be a human. He's a Terminator, actually. He is played by a human, sure, but he's not actually a human. He's a Terminator. He's Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's just what makes him a great character. No, seriously though, Arnold Schwarzenegger is like one of the most awesome actors ever. He has portrayed in so many incredible action movies. I love how they treat him. He's filled with some of the greatest stuff ever. He has some great lines. He delivers them pretty well. He's a very fun character to watch, and I love the way it's treated with him. Like, he's actually, used to be cool. I even never just want. I even like to dress up as him sometimes. I think he's a cool dude. I think the Terminator is pretty cool, pretty cool. He's like, he talks cool. I'll be back. Yeah, he has all that stuff. I like to think of him when I think of the 80s. I know most people prefer Terminator 2, which came out in the 90s, but his first movie did come out in the 80s, so I might as well consider him an 80s guy. I know his main work was the 90s, but the 80s gave him a good movie, and I'll appreciate it. I like what the 80s had. It gave him, the 80s did mean a lot with this character, and he's cool. Really cool. He's a cool character. And I mean cool as in hip, not cool as in that stupid Mr. Freeze. I don't even want to bring that up anymore. Superman. Okay, a lot of people are going to disagree with me. People are going to say Superman is a human. And yes, we all do came mistaken for a human. But if you are a DC Comics fan, you can actually learn about Superman and know that he was not born on Earth. And since he was not born on Earth, he's not a human. The thing with Superman is that he was born on a different planet, made up planet for the DC universe, and came to Earth. I mean, it makes sense because he can breathe in space. Like, how can you breathe in space? He's also invincible. Nothing can kill him except for kryptonite. I never got that. It's cool that nothing can kill him but kryptonite. And kryptonite's the most rare thing, maybe, but it seems like every time there is kryptonite, it's just randomly, conveniently there. So Superman just has the most unlucky stuff ever. And if you remember my list of movies I don't want to watch, like I had Superman franchise up there. I'm kidding. Even though I'm not really going to sit for the Superman franchise, I still enjoy Superman for what he is. He's a superhero. He has all powers. He's one of the most powerful DC superheroes, yes, but not my ultimate favorite. I still love him though. Okay, like I did like him. I mean, if you saw me earlier in the video, you saw I was wearing a Superman shirt. I still have good hopes for Superman. He's not my favorite, but he still is a nice dude. I like him. And he works. It works. E.T. An alien on this list. I put alien like this over Superman. I can't say much of this. Okay, E.T. is just wonderful. What I love about E.T., he's the right kind of aim for alien movies. Alien movies sometimes seem to attempt a different aim, like Close Encounters where aliens kidnap, or Alien where aliens murder, or Mars Attacks where aliens just make comedy in destroying the world. Then there's E.T., who does none of that stuff. What does E.T. do? Well, he befriends humans. I like that. I like how E.T.'s actually... Now, most people would say that's more to love for Elliot, the human, but he's a human, yeah. He doesn't count. E.T. is the alien. And I think E.T. works with the stuff as well. He's like the kind of alien we all want to have. Because he has has a lot of great abilities. Like, for one, he can make bikes fly. That's nice. He can cure scars and blisters. If you look at that red finger closely, you'll notice that. He can control flowers, make them grow. That's good. That's nice. He's a pretty nice alien. I love to have one like that. I love if aliens do come to Earth. I keep hearing on the news that aliens could be real. I still doubt that, but if they are real, I hope some of them are like E.T. because I think E.T. Sadly, however, if you've seen the movie, you'll know that E.T. was taken by the FBI. That probably would happen in real life, but I wouldn't want that. I would want to keep one of the aliens and protect them myself. I wouldn't want to be like the stupid agents are. God, the government really pisses me off sometimes. Thanos. Why Thanos? Why am I calling him not a human? He's not a human. He's purple. Come on. He looks like Grimace. Thanos isn't a human, but he is a villain, and I have to be honest. He's honestly one of the greatest villains I've ever seen in my life. This dude just literally is incredible. He knows what he's doing. Most times when you see a villain in movies, you mostly notice they always get captured by the superhero because of how dumb their plan worked. But with Thanos, his plan actually succeeded because he knew what he was doing. He didn't waste time like most villains, he didn't waste time like most supervillains did. He just kept up to the world. He just did what he did. He wasn't defeated at all. He snapped his fingers and destroyed half the universe. In Endgame, he was defeated, but that was because it's Endgame. We gotta see Thanos defeated. We don't want Thanos to win permanently for the MCU. Still, he did do a good job of what he tried to do. He had the perfect plans. He always had the perfect ideas. Even he sends armies like most dumb villains do, but even that he still comes and destroys. Like that's just what makes him one of the greatest villains ever. He's not my #1 favorite villain, but still, I put him in the top 5 of favorite movie villains ever. I love him. He's awesome. He can really work for something. Now here's some honorable mentions that I want to put on the list but decided not to. There's Freddy Krueger. I like him, sure. Is he really that much? He is a human. It's just his face is messed up, but he is put in dreams, so he isn't makes him not a human. But he's creepy. Okay, that's all I really like from him. He's creepy. That's just because he's creepy. That's all. That's nothing else. Lego Batman. He's Lego form of Batman. I had Batman on my original list. It's kind of stupid to just have him on this list with the Lego form. That's kind of dumb. Roger Rabbit. He appeared in one movie, but I have to be honest, he was the right kind of choice because he's kind of like a mixture of all Looney Tunes and Disney characters. Good to know that movie was a crossover of Looney Tunes and Disney cartoons. He kind of like has every quality of those characters do. And then there's Shrek. Oh, Shrek. Everybody's been posting memes about him. Like, honestly, is that really the only reason we like him? Because he's a meme? I don't know. Let's just get to my #1 favorite. Yoda. Man, I gotta try to voice better. I can't do the voice, but Yoda's my favorite because it's Yoda. He has I honestly think he's my favorite because his origins. He has had a really great origin story. He started out as a dude who can actually fight for himself. He can actually jump, kick, run. He can do a lot of cool stuff. He has a really dope lightsaber battles and stuff. It's great. But after Revenge of the Sith and then Empire Strikes Back, his first technical appearance, he seems to be a lot older and seems to not fight anymore, but he still can work well because he's able to train. He still has the Force. He doesn't move much, but he is able to still be dangerous to the dark side. And I love that Yoda's able to work like that. He's able to grow up and to still having the power, even though it's not as powerful. He did die in Return of the Jedi, which was kind of sad, but we can at least enjoy how long of a life he's lived. He was able to help with so much. He was able to actually be a real hero. I admit, Yoda did really mean a lot to the story. And I like that. I like how they treated Yoda like a real helper. He's a real hero. Most times heroes just be heroes, but Yoda, he does a lot more than that. And I love it. He's my favorite. People disagree, I don't care. He's my favorite. Alright, so now your time's wasted. Yeah, I don't really have an outro. I'm done. I'm just gonna go away, lay down. I have a lot going on today. It's Sunday. It's tough. Life's tough. Like always. Oh well, I'm out of here. Bye.